Hey, Rick Wallace here. I'm the owner of Lawn Works and Liquid Lawn. Today I'm going to show you how to operate a Rainbird ESP controller. And this is a newer model, but it should help you with most of the previous models. So I hope this helps. Okay, we've got a Rainbird ESP indoor controller, and I've just opened this one up for a demo. And I'm going to show you how to program your controller, and we're going to start from ground zero on this one. So first thing we're going to do is go to date, and we're going to set our date for today's date. So up and down to change the day, and then over to change the month. So press that over arrow, then up to get our correct month, and then we get our correct year. Go to 17. All right, so we got our date set. Now let's go to time, and we will scroll down or up, AM, PM. We'll go to about 1 o'clock, and then to change the minutes, you go over, up, set your time, just like that. And then we're gonna do set our watering times. And some people get confused with this. I see more confusion over setting water time, people confusing water times with run times. This is the time of day you want to set your controller to water. So we're gonna put, usually I like to water really early before your shower. You wanna water before your shower because it will affect your water pressure when your sprinkler system's running. So usually we set it for 4 or 5 a.m., depending on how many zones you have. And then we go over to set station run times. And this is where you set your run times for your zones. And typically rotors are going to run about 30 minutes. And this particular controller can have up to 24 zones, 22 zones. So, and you have to buy a module to kind of expand it, but it's got a lot of capability. So for our second zone, if it's a spray zone, you know, these are the fixed fan sprays. They put out a lot more water per minute. So we may only want to run our fan sprays, our fixed sprays, for 10 minutes. So that's a good setting. And then if you've got, let's say you've got a drip zone. Depends on what kind of emitters you have out in your bed, your planting beds. But you know, if you've got 2 gallon per hour emitters, you probably want to run it at least 1 hour, hour and a half, depending on what time of year it is. So we would go all the way up to, and you can hold this button, and we'll just wait for it to get up to about, you know, for an hour and 30 minutes. Once you get above an hour, it does 10-minute increments. Now here, this is how we set our days, and you can see right here, it's got a teardrop, a raindrop under each day. So that means all these days are set to run. If we want to turn a day off, we'll press negative, and then we'll go down here, go to Tuesday, leave that on. Wednesday, take it off. Thursday, leave it on. Friday, take it off, and then so on. So that's the basic programming for your controller, and that'll get you by. Once you run it over, you know, once you've got it set, then you can just leave it on auto run, and it'll run through that programming just like you programmed it. If you want to turn it off, of course, there's the off button. It's not going to run. Now, if you've got new sod, or you want to water multiple times per day, let's say you're seeding, then you can add several different run times. So you can go up and change this, and you can have, let's see, up to 6 watering times. But this is the area you want to be really careful about, because if you have multiple run times, it's going to run several times a day. And I see a lot of confusion out there between watering start times and station run times. So just be careful on that. And then if you want to do test all stations, I really like this function. You can go to test all stations, hold this button. See, it says hold to start. You just hold that, and now it's running. And you can go back to here, and it's going to automatically run through all of your zones for 2 minutes. And you can adjust that too. You can go back over here and adjust it down or up if you want a longer test time. And then if you want to do a manual program, this will run through this will run through the exact program that you programmed right here. You know, you just press hold and start, and it's going to start that program that you've already pre-programmed. Now, if you've got one zone that needs more water than others, or you like to manually water that every once in a while, or you just put some new flowers out, you can go to manual station, select your station, and then hit go, hold to start, and then it's going to run that station. Like I chose number 2, it's going to run that one station and then shut off. Now, you can also activate a rain sensor. You can do a wireless rain sensor, or you can do a rain sensor that plugs right in, the wire straight into the controller. And this tells us that our rain sensor is active. So you active and bypass. And then these other functions, if you want to delay watering for, you go out of town, you don't want it to water for several days, it'll delay your watering. Now this seasonal adjust is another tricky function, because if you don't pay attention to what you're doing, see, this is at 100%, but if we wanted to, say we got 20 zones, but we don't want to go in and reduce all of them manually, you can reduce them by 20%, you can increase them by whatever, you know, up to 200%. So, you know, that's an easy way, but then if you start programming this stuff and then this is on 100, then your controller resets or something, it's just, you got to make sure I try to keep it on 100, and then I know that I'm not messing up any of the other settings. So that's the basic gist of this ESP. This particular one can take a wireless module as well. So you just plug that into the back here, and it makes the controller Wi-Fi capable, which is a really neat capability. I hope this helps, and we'll see you next time.